Fix my hair. Okay, there we go. We're good? We're good. Okay. Laura asks, how many field trips should you go on every preschool year? When I started my preschool, I thought, I don't know, should we do them every month? Should we do them every other month? So my very first year, I did them every other month and I felt pretty good about it. But then the next year, I wanted to give the preschool parents even more value, so I did a field trip every single month. And I learned really quick that that was the wrong choice to do. You'll get overwhelmed, the parents will get kind of fed up with it. As much fun as it is, your parents will start feeling like, oh my gosh, like we're going to all these field trips, that's awesome, but like, we're also missing preschool days because we're going on the field trips. So watch my other videos about field trips and how we coordinate those. Basically, just real quick, the preschool parents actually transport the kiddos to the field trip location because we don't do preschool that day. So no preschool, we just go meet at the field trip location and then everybody goes on their way. And it's a really great experience. You get the parents' help during the field trip, and then you don't have to worry about, did Johnny get lost or where is Sally, you know, because the parents are there to help and support you. And one other quick note about field trips before I get into the schedule is I don't charge for field trips. I actually include them free with our tuition because I don't like collecting $1 here, $3 there from every single parent in my preschool. I have over 150 students every year. And so I want to make it very simple for my parents as well as myself to just have great fun field trips, and they're free for everybody. Now with that said, let's talk about how I did decide to schedule my field trips throughout the year that I found a really good balance, and I think it's going to work for you as well. So I'm going to share my schedule from August all the way till May, and that's when we finish our school year. And by the way, do take note because this is literally the exact same script that I say during my preschool tours when I'm talking to my parents about their upcoming preschool year with us. So I say, in August we have our meet and greet where you'll get to meet all the kids in the class as well as your child's teacher, and it's a great preschool day. Everybody will come and we'll be able to get to see the classroom, and we'll go over all of our policies again, and that's in August. September is when we go on a field trip to the petting zoo. It's a great fun place. Everybody comes along, so if you have any of your families who is in town like grandma, or if you want to pull your older kiddos out of school, feel free, everybody comes along with no extra cost. And then in October, we do our fall carnival. Now our fall carnival is so fun. We actually have a camel that comes to our carnival. We have a petting zoo with him. We have donuts on a string. We have pumpkin bowling. We have pictures with family. It's so fun. We even have face painting. So that's our fall carnival, and it's held here at the schoolhouse so that everybody can enjoy on a Saturday with their whole family. In November, we have our Thanksgiving feast. It's held during preschool time. So your children will bring their favorite snack to share, and we'll all sit family style and we'll feast together. In December is our Christmas party. It's a big deal. We go to our fun kid place where everybody plays, we dance around, and then we have Santa Claus come and we get pictures with Santa Claus. And that's held in an evening in December so that everybody can come. In January, we go on another field trip, and that is to the Taekwondo studio. It's a super fun field trip, and it helps to get all the children's wiggles out, especially during those cold winter months. And we always pair it with a trip to either the library, the fire station, or the grocery store. In February, we have a Valentine's party, and that's where everybody gets to bring Valentines to pass out to their friends. We have just 12 students in our class. It's a very small class full of lots of one-on-one opportunities, and so we'll celebrate Valentine's with your child in class. And March is our registration. That's where you'll re-register your child for the upcoming school year. So when we have little Sally, who turns 3 over here, she'll actually be registering for the upcoming fall, and when Johnny is 4, he'll be registering for his pre-K year as well. And in April, we go to the zoo. There's no preschool that day. Everybody just meets us at the zoo. We go through it together. So again, if anybody's in town, please feel free to bring them to the zoo with us. We'd love to have them. And there's no extra cost to any of our field trips. And in May, we gear up for our graduation. The graduation is a huge event. It's at the Performing Arts Center, and it seats over 800 people, and every year we pack it standing room only. Your child will be up on stage singing, dancing, getting their diploma, and you'll be in the audience bawling. My baby's growing up. It's a great experience for everyone to enjoy. Which brings us finally to our summer camp in June and July. It's a 2-month program, and it's the exact same cost and schedule as preschool to help everybody with their budget. So your kiddo can keep learning during the entire school year, and you can get a much needed break during the summertime as well. We have children ages 3 to 8 in our summer camp programs. You're probably thinking, wait a second, Joy, you just told me not to do a field trip every single month, and yet I heard you talk about every single month in your schedule. What's the deal? Well, if you were listening, the field trip was only every couple of months. It was other events that were scattered through the months that didn't have a field trip. So let me go through that a little bit closer. Hey, real quick, I know you're excited to start your preschool, but if my gut is correct, you're probably a little bit scared, right? I mean, will you be able to make this work? Will you be able to create the income your family needs? How is this going to work out? Will it end up like all of the other ventures that you've tried? It's not your fault. You just didn't have the right support in the past, but that's why I'm here, and that's why I'm here to invite you to join our Preschool All-Stars membership. It's an exclusive membership community filled with me and hundreds of our preschool owners, all on the exact same journey as you, starting, running, and growing your preschool. Like-minded women who are there to answer your questions, give you some cheerleading, and support you on your path. Now, guess what? We have a little motto inside of All-Stars, and it's this: I don't get stuck, I get help, because I'm a preschool all-star. You'll also get access to our huge library of step-by-step video trainings, systems, and done-for-you files. Literally everything you need to get your preschool on the right track and making a consistent income for your family. It's all available to you because you'll be a Preschool All-Star member. I can't wait for you to join our family. Click the link in the description or go to preschoolallstars.com, and I can't wait for you to join us. Now let's go, come on. So you can pay attention to what was an event and what was a field trip. Events are crucial for your preschool, not only for setting the stage for a wonderful preschool year, but also for creating a premier family experience and creating the program that everybody wants to be in because they're literally now part of your family. When I talked about the August meet and greet, that is an event and it sets the stage. You go over your policies and procedures. You literally are training your preschool parents and students how to have a great preschool year. The meet and greet is one of my best opportunities to set the stage and the foundation for what that upcoming school year is going to feel like, so that come October, things are running like a well-oiled machine. My teachers are trained, my students are trained, my parents are trained. Life is great until the end of the school year. Now that's August. In September, we do go on a field trip because I want to get the parents involved with the teachers. I want them to immediately have those relationships where they're starting to build the communication, because we're going to be rolling right into conferences in October. And if we're doing conferences, I need to have already set the rapport in September. In October, we have our fall carnival. Now that is definitely an event. It's held on a Saturday so our whole families can come, but again, it's building the family unit. What do you think my preschool families are going to remember doing every single fall when the weather changes? They're going to remember going to our fall carnival, and they're going to be looking forward to that experience every single season. So when Johnny turns 3, they're going to remember, you know what? I remember how much fun we had when Susie was in preschool 2 years ago. Let's put Johnny back in there so we can be at her fall carnival again. Literally, guys, these are huge events that the parents come back every year because of these things. And then, of course, we do have that parent-teacher conference in there in October. And then November is just an internal class party. So even though it's a class party, I still make it out to be a big deal. Parents don't usually come. Sometimes we might have a volunteer or two, but because I put it in the calendar, it feels like there's a lot going on. So the Thanksgiving feast is in November. Now, do we have other parties during the school year? Yeah, probably. We have like an Easter one and things like that, but they don't really work so well when I'm just saying one thing every single month, so I focus on the biggest things. December, Christmas party. That's a huge event. That's with Santa Claus. If you have Santa Claus coming to your party every single Christmas, where do you think your preschool parents are going to be remembering that they get pictures with Santa every year? You want them to feel like they want to always be with you. So setting these events during the calendar sets these very common traditions and these practices where they get in the routine, just like your students do with their schedule. Your families will also get in the routine of what happens every single month. Now, January, that was a Taekwondo / grocery store field trip, things like that. That's a field trip. That one is actually free. Fire station, library, grocery store, those are all free places. The police station, they're all free, okay? You could even go to the post office. The Taekwondo studio is free because I partner with him in the sense that I bring his perfect clientele into his studio, right? He literally gets to show off for 30 minutes to his perfect clientele as he puts them through a fun little field trip activity. So he is able to get students signed up from that because they just saw what a great experience he gave their child. So that's a wonderful thing, and we got it for free every year because I was helping him, he was helping me. We were both winning. February was a class party. It was a Valentine's party, but is it a big deal? They get to pass out Valentines to their classmates? Yes, it's a big deal. March, it's not a field trip, it's not an event, it's not a class party. It's registration. That's a school-wide event. Now for that kind of thing, that's a big deal. I have to set the precedence that when they come to March, that's when you're registering. Everybody knows that every March we register. So you set it there because when you're talking to them about this in June or August, you have to have them eyes on March all the time. So when March rolls around, they're not confused about like, wait, what is this? No, you've already set the stage. In April, and then it's not like you're selling them at all. It's just, hey, by the way, we need to secure your kid's spot for next year. Otherwise, you're going to lose it. Because on April 1st, I send out 5,000 flyers to my community, and you're going to lose your spot if you don't register in March. You see what happens there? In April, we do go on a field trip. It's the zoo, so that's a big deal. And I always try to make the big ones right before the end of the school year because that's when kiddos, like, come on, they've been with you for 8-9 months at this point. You want to keep them going, right? That's why my graduation's a big deal. I want to keep them invested. I want to get them excited about that last couple months that they're with us. I don't want them dropping off. And I have had people tell me, even in February or March, you know what, our budget's really tight right now, but oh man, I really want them to go to graduation, so we're gonna figure it out. We're gonna make it work, right? That's April is our field trip, and then of course May, the huge graduation event. Now everybody can do graduation differently. We do a huge event just because we have 150 preschoolers in our school, but trust me, when we were having 24 students, I did graduation in my house. 40 students, I think we went to the park. 48 students, probably a church or something. And eventually as we got to 96 students and I said, we have to rethink this. And that's when we went to the high school. And eventually we got into the high school auditorium, not just the cafeteria, right? So just take it in stages. Don't ever judge somebody's finish line with where you're starting, okay? Awesome. Well, post down in the comments what field trips you've loved to do during the year. What does your field trip schedule look like? I would love to know. And as always, please comment, subscribe, share, and like these videos so I can get more of them to you.